Hi guys, Dr. Chloe Costigan here. I am here to talk about muscle scraping for your ankle. If you've had an ankle sprain, peroneal tendinitis, this video is for you. Now, that being said, here's a disclaimer. Depending on what stage of the injury you're in, you might not want to use muscle scraping, okay? So what I'm gonna talk about is the time in which you're ready to challenge more of that range of motion. You may have developed some stiffness in that ankle, it might not be moving that great. This is the perfect time then to use that muscle scraping. When something like a sprain or a tendonitis is more acute, you need to have someone help you with the best clinical judgment in terms of when to do this. Now that being said, I have used the muscle scraper for acute tendonitis and then an acute sprain, but the technique is very different. So the technique that I'm going to talk about now is when you're ready to increase some of that range of motion. We're not talking about reducing inflammation, okay? So that distinction is very important. So I am using the Sidekick tool. This is the tool that we use in our office at Mobility Doc. I find this to be such a great tool because it's easy to use, because you can use any area of the tool, right? So if you're coming on the side part of the calf, you might want to come in through here, or to get a little bit more pressure, then you use that more rounded side this way, the convex curve. But then in those kind of hard to reach areas, you're going to use the other side. So you're going to see me use all sides of the tool. That's why we like the Sidekick tool, because it's versatile. Now, for this part of my ankle, this is actually kind of pertinent because I'm dealing with a little bit of peroneal tendinitis, so this kind of works. So I'm going to work all in through this part of my peroneals, which come along this side. They come down in through here and then attach into this side part of your foot, okay, generally speaking. But if you're also dealing with an old ankle sprain or a less acute ankle sprain, then you're going to be kind of working in this area, but it's helpful though to go all the way up through here. Likely your peroneals are involved in some way. I'm first actually going to start with working on this side part of the calf. So I'm coming along the side and I'm going at an angle like this, and I'm going to spend about 2 minutes coming all along the side. So even a little bit into this front part of the ankle, down just to the side of the bone. So remember, we don't go over the bone exactly. So we want to just stay into this like front part of the shin and the side, coming all around. Now, my ankle is in a relaxed position, so that means then that the muscle is not necessarily going to be very taut. If I change the angle of my ankle, it's going to end up affecting how much tension there is in these muscles, which then can make it more superficial or more deep. So if I flex my ankle like this, if I dorsiflex it, then I'm going to get to the more superficial part of my anterior tib, this muscle here. Or if I turn my ankle in, then I'm going to get to the more superficial part of these peroneals, versus if I just let it totally relax. Okay. 2 minutes through the peroneals and the anterior tib, and then you can even spend another minute or so going through the calf. I did a whole video where I had talked about getting through that whole part of the calf, so I won't do all of this here, but I even get into this lateral head of this gastroc and come all the way down in through this Achilles tendon. It's actually going to help with that ankle range of motion as well. That's more of the muscle belly. Now when I start getting into the tendon, then that's when I'm going to switch to this side, okay? So I'm going to use the smaller area to get in and around this tendon. This is a really important part, is to get right in between where the Achilles is and this malleolus, okay? So be gentle though with this. This probably won't require as much force as that muscle up here. So I'm kind of just doing these little strokes back and forth, 1 to 2 minutes, same idea as when I was doing through the calf, and I'm coming just along the side. You're going just up to the bone, but you're not going exactly on the bone. So after about a minute, you can introduce a little bit of range to that area. So I'm kind of doing this little bit of back and forth. And remember, like, this might not be super comfortable, but it's not supposed to be super painful either. So you're in charge of how much pressure. Start with less to begin with, and then you can always go up from there. Now, when I get to this side part of my foot, here you're kind of over bone, so here's where you want to exercise some caution. That's why I'm kind of working my way down, because now when I'm going through this side part of my ankle, I'm actually going pretty light because I am on the bone, but you are getting to the ligaments that are around the ankle and that peroneal tendon but it's pretty superficial, so you don't have to press very hard, and you will feel like you're over the bone, but you're actually in fact over part of the ligament and the tendon as well. So then I'm just spending a little bit of time coming through here, about a minute or so. So we got to 3 different areas, okay? So we first started on the muscles, then we went down and through the tendon, and then here we went in through the ligaments and the other part of the tendon. So we're spending about 2 minutes for anterior tib and peroneals, 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes for the calf, 1 minute in through the tendon as it wraps around the malleolus, and then 1 minute in through the ligaments all around that ankle. Now remember, you want to exercise caution, okay? This is not the kind of thing where it needs a lot of force, and start with just 1 session in a day where you do 2 minutes for the muscle, 1 minute for the tendon, 1 minute for the ligaments, and just leave it at that and see what it feels like. Because then you can do it the next day. What would also really benefit you is if you stretch or do some type of range of motion activity after doing the muscle scraping. You don't have to go crazy with it, but just to introduce a little bit of joint range of motion could be really helpful. So you might find that doing something like a single leg down dog stretch might be good, or kind of coming in through here, turning that ankle in to get a little bit of that peroneal stretch might be good for you. So do some type of range of motion afterward. Now remember, this should not result in increased pain or increased swelling. What that means is you probably just did just a little bit too much. If you're not exactly sure, exercise some caution, right? Like this is the kind of area where it's like you could definitely kind of irritate it. So you want to be judicious in how you go about doing this. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have about doing the muscle scraping through this area. This is a little bit of an art form, so you might need to just kind of play around with a few things and see what works for you. And I'd be happy to help in whatever way I can. I'm sure you know someone who has an old ankle sprain and their ankle's tight. Tight ankles can end up resulting in a bunch of different issues. Sometimes it's peroneal tendonitis. It can end up affecting your walking and running mechanics. So if you or you know someone that would benefit from this video, please make sure to share it. Liking it is always really great for us too. So thank you so much for your ongoing support. And if you guys have any requests of different areas you want me to teach you how to muscle scrape, just let me know. Thanks.